Imagine you're standing at the edge of a swimming pool. You know the water isn't dangerous. You even want to jump. But somehow, you keep walking around the edge. You check your phone. You think about it. You tell yourself, I'll jump in after one more minute. Now replace the pool with writing that book, going to the gym, starting a business, learning a new skill. Why does something we desperately want feel almost impossible to begin? Here's the strange part. The problem isn't laziness. Your brain is actually trying to protect you. And once you understand how, starting becomes much easier. Let's imagine two versions of you. One is today's you. The other is future you. Today, you have to do the hard work. Future you gets all the rewards, more money, better health, confidence, success. Here's the problem. Your brain values rewards that happen right now much more than rewards that happen months later. Psychologists call this present bias. Thousands of years ago, this made perfect sense. Our ancestors couldn't think, I'll eat next month. They had to survive today. So evolution built a brain that always asks one question. What's the easiest reward available right now? And today, your phone answers that question instantly. One scroll, one video, one notification, instant dopamine. Compared to that, studying feels painfully slow. Most people believe they avoid starting because the task is hard. That's only half true. Your brain isn't measuring difficulty. It's measuring uncertainty. Imagine two doors. Behind door A, you know exactly what's inside. Behind door B, you might fail. You might look stupid. You might waste your time. Which door feels safer? Door A, every time. Neuroscientists have found that uncertainty activates brain regions involved in detecting threats. To your brain, an uncertain future feels surprisingly similar to physical danger. So, when you say, I'll start tomorrow, you're not choosing tomorrow. You're choosing safety. Now imagine someone tells you, build a house. Feels overwhelming. But if they say, pick up one brick, suddenly, it feels easy. This is called chunking. Your brain naturally handles small, concrete actions much better than giant abstract goals. The problem is, we don't think, I'm going to write one sentence. We think, I'm going to write an entire book. We don't think, I'm putting on my running shoes. We think, I need to become fit. Your brain sees a mountain, even though the first step is only one brick. But there's one more reason, and it's the one almost nobody talks about. Sometimes, you're not afraid of failing. You're afraid of finding out who you really are. Because as long as you never start, your dream stays perfect. You can always tell yourself, I could have done it. Starting removes that illusion. Now, reality gets to vote, and that feels terrifying. So, instead, we protect our identity by never testing it. Here's the good news. You don't need more motivation. You need less resistance. Instead of asking, how do I finish this? Ask, what's the smallest action I literally cannot fail? Open the document. Write one sentence. Read one page. Put on your shoes. That's it. Because something fascinating happens once you begin. Psychologists call it the Zeigarnik Effect. Our brains naturally want to finish what we've already started. Starting creates momentum. Momentum creates action. Action creates confidence. Not the other way around. Confidence doesn't come before action. Confidence is what action produces. So if you've been waiting to start the business, waiting to learn the skill, waiting to change your life, maybe you've been asking the wrong question. Don't ask, am I ready? Ask, what's my first brick? Because every expert, every athlete, every artist, every entrepreneur started exactly where you are. Not with confidence, not with motivation, just with one small step. And sometimes, one small step is all your brain needs to finally believe the impossible is possible.